Welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today we have the coloured candles. This is pile 1, light blue, pile 2, orange, pile 3, yellow, and pile 4, purple. If you allow yourself to be drawn into whichever candle and pile you're drawn to, that will be your reading. You will find the timestamps below, and I will see you there. Thank you very much. So pile 1. Accept the seasons of your heart. And it says under there, pain. So we'll come back to that. Okay. I'm feeling like this is a connection that is not only confusing because of the actions, but it's confusing for both parties on the inside as well. I feel like this is a connection that has brought up a lot of stuff on both sides. But things are on the turn. But it's like both sides have to do the inner work before there can be anything on the outside. I feel like this, we're going with what would they say to you. Now, it can flip around. So if you feel like this is what you would like to say to them, there's a possibility that there's like a role reversal, because that happens all the time in these readings. But I feel like what they would say to you would be, I have come through the confusion, and I have released a lot of my patterns and my pain and my despair. I have reached the end of my tether. I have thought, I can't do this anymore. I have inappropriately displayed my emotions in the wrong areas. But I've managed to pull myself out of that and look at things a bit more realistically and a bit more balanced. I have overthought, overanalyzed, overfelt, but I have the stamina, and I've found my strength again, and I am ready to take a leap of faith. But I'm just really aware of getting caught up in the same patterns again. And to me, that's person kind of 1. So if you resonate with that, or if you think your person might. And I feel like person number 2 has also had a lot of, it's all under the surface. There's so much going on under the surface. They're really aware. They've come through a lot. They've really thought about things. They've got their barriers up. There might be like zero communication here. They're not really wanting to give anything away. You know, they feel like they're not really sure what to do with their love, or if it even is your genuine love. It's just all very confusing. They're not really sure how they feel exactly, or if those feelings are appropriate to be shared. Is all very topsy-turvy. And there's a sort of front. There's a front going on, that's very different from what's happening below the surface. There's a lot of planning and a lot of wondering and waiting and trying to weigh things up, but it's all lived out in the head, and some of it maybe in the heart, but mainly in the head. It's like almost like they're having these conversations with themselves, and maybe even thinking about the future in a positive way, but it's all in their head. They're not actually voicing any of it or bringing any of it into any kind of grounded reality. Okay. There's a lot of caution and a lot of standing back, and it could appear to be avoidance, but actually it's not really avoidance, because they're thinking about it a lot. But there's not any action. There's no action at all. This person would like there to be action, more action. There's still a caution there, and I'd say if this person would speak their truth, there could be a more of a forward motion. But at this moment in time, it's like these two energies are coming to a bit of a standstill. So if there is communication, it's probably very false. It's probably very, just saying the nice things and being polite, or, exchanging very light things. I doubt these two energies would be able to sit down and have a proper discussion about their feelings. Even though I'm coming in with the intention of this being a sort of a romantic couple in separation, because that was the request, I'm really not feeling romantic vibes here as much. I'm feeling this could potentially be like a family member or a friend as well. Because or a connection that's already been this. I don't feel like this is kind of like a crush kind of situation, or this is someone who has longer term connections, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see. I'm just going to start pulling out the little message cards. Now bear in mind, the cards that I'm going to use today are designed for love readings and romance readings. So, take some of them as they resonate for you in your situation. Just because really romantic type ones come up doesn't necessarily mean that the reading isn't for you. You just have to kind of be open-minded and sort of read into it what it might mean for you. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sort of, to me, this is confirmation that this is like a longer term connection, and if not in this lifetime, if you believe in past lives, it's almost like there's like a past life connection. That came out reversed, by the way, but I'm just putting it upright so I can read it. Okay, so very interestingly, these cards confirm that this person is just all over the place in their head. What's in their head, what's going on in their head, and what's going on in reality are two separate worlds. Like this is the kind of person that could be lying at night thinking how wonderful this person is, and how, even thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice to do this with them and that with them, and and having these fond thoughts about them, and thinking, oh, I would love to tell them this, this and this, but then being quite cool to them when they see them, if they're even contacting them at all. It's a very strange energy. Like, I can't even look at you right now. I know it came out reversed, and I'm obsessed with your body, but I'm not seeing it as that. I'm seeing it as more the devil card. Like, I'm obsessed with you. Like, I think about you a lot. And the fact that, I'm open to compromise, and hoping you'll wait for me, and maybe, but it came out reversed. I'm sort of thinking, well, it's like they just can't bring the two worlds together. This person just isn't going to be emotionally vulnerable. They're just not there. They're not going to be able to express how they truly feel or trust. And they just aren't able to do that. They're not able to meet this person where they are. And then this person isn't able to coach this person either, because they've got their own stuff going on. You know, it's a sort of like unrequited love kind of situation, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I am listening to you in my head, not my heart. I feel conflicted. I want to go on an adventure with you. And the longing eats away at my heart. You are magnetic to me. Yep, that adds in with the devil and obsession, which you come from both. You have changed me. This is actually really sad, because I feel like both these people would really love to connect and really talk and really have an open conversation and really have a deep conversation about patterns, what this brings up, why. And like one of the people is maybe trying to do that, or more willing or more ready to do that than the other. Is whether however they feel, they're showing that they're just not up. It's not up for discussion. I feel like it would take a lot to get through this person's walls, and this person's kind of desire to break the cycle and move things forward or move away, one or the other, quite quickly. Is making this person even more defensive, because they're like, it's like the more this person wants to sort something out and, you know, move things into a reality, the more this person will step away and the colder they'll appear. And it's really sad, because this person really does want to sort things out, and I can't even really see a reason why they're not, but it's just like they're just not doing it. They're just going to be this emperor, this king of swords with their barriers up, you know, making all these plans in their head, you know, weighing things up in their head all the time but never getting anywhere with it, you know, kind of hoping you'll wait. That's a very waiting card. Hope you'll wait for me, but at the same time not expecting you to wait, you know. And this kind of maybe came out reverse, and maybe not, maybe. And the Wheel of Fortune, that's very up and down. It's just all very, in the Ace of Cups, it's like it's all internalized. All the love is internalized, and it's just really sad. It is really sad. Let's see what else we've got here. I can't find the words for my feelings. I need to know how deeply you care. Your light is so bright. Let's see for person 2. We can't evade our destiny. Somewhere in time, I will find you and love you again. Take me close to your heart. This is so interesting. So person A, I can't find the word for my feelings. I would say person A is probably very expressive about facts. I would say, do you know the kind of person, I know the kind of person because I'm one of them, is they're very, very articulate about patterns or about, you know, how something's brought up and how it's affected them and how it's impacted them and what they would like and the practicalities. But the actual words for feelings is more difficult, if that makes sense. So you can say, I think a lot of you and I really enjoy spending time with you and I really want us to sort things out. This has brought up so much for me. It's brought up this from 20 years ago. It's brought up this from 5 years ago. I feel this way, I feel that way about this. But they can't actually say, you know, I really have so much love for you that actually I can't even interpret it. You know, I'm even struggling in the reading to express what I'm trying to say. And it's like, there's this kind of want to know how this person feels. So I need to know how deeply you care, like, because they doubt their feelings. This person doubts their feelings and sort of thinks, you know, is this love? Or what is, why do I feel like this? Am I always drawn back to this? You know, why can I not let this go? This is maybe someone who's just like, do you know what, this person isn't interested, I want to move on. But there's just something that keeps drawing them back to thinking about them again all the time. And I feel like it's almost like a moth to a flame, but they can't find the words for their feelings. Like, what is it? Why do they want to work things out with this person so badly? And why can they not articulate that? And why can they not understand this person? You know, I hope that makes sense. I am burning with passion for you. I would imagine that might be true, but it's not shown at all. I'm thinking of, in my head, just to explain the energy that I'm seeing, is like, you know, if you have like a married couple, right, and they have a row and one person just wants to sort it out and just forget about it. The other person wants to talk it through and go over every minute detail. And one person deals with it by just moving on. And the other person needs that sorry before they can move on. They need that person to be understanding. And they need that they're heard, that this pattern won't repeat again. Because they can't move on until that happens. And they can't, even though they really want to. And they really have that burning passion, that desire, that love, that light. You know, they want to sort things out. But they literally can't until this person hears them, understands them, and says, look, I'm sorry for this, this, and this. I understand. It's not about the apology. It's about the understanding. I see what this brought up in you. I see what you've gone through. And, you know, I am sorry for my part in that. And, you know, I can see that me saying that would bring that, you know, and blah, 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 blah. You know, they want to know that this person cares. Not only that they've been hurt or whatever it was, but that this person may have caused it. But even, it's not really about blame. It's that they want that person to understand that they were hurt. They hurt. And this person maybe just wants to forget about it. Oh, it's okay. Somewhere we'll find love again. We can we can't evade our destiny. Take me close to your heart. You know, they're just bypassing. This person just wants to bypass the issue and hide it and just kind of hope it goes away and then maybe dig back out their love again. Do you know? That's what I'm sort of seeing here. That won't resonate for everybody, obviously. No way. I know that the fire that burns in you is the same that burns in me. So both sides basically want the same thing. They just have very different ways of going about it. This person wants to be understood and, you know, wants to kind of, they aren't able to just smooth over the past and move on because they've been through this enough times to know that's not how it works. They want to be understood. They want to really talk about it out. They want to go right into it and say, but this happened and this happened, but you said this, but I said this. And they're not trying to blame. They're, you know, they're coming forward with the, knowing they've got their own stuff too. But this person is not willing to go there. They are in their own mind. They don't want to talk about it. They, you know, they don't want to talk it through and connect emotionally, and you know, they don't want to go back over this. There's a lot of pride there and ego. Like, they don't want to admit any of their faults, regardless of how sorry they might feel underneath. They don't want to admit that they did anything wrong or meet that person where they need to be met. They just don't. They just aren't able to. My feelings for you are growing. And I am building up the nerve to approach you. Okay. That's interesting. So, outcome. Let's figure out the outcome. Yeah. So I see the possibilities. Now I'm always aware when I do these kind of things, because there's a lot of people that watch these and it's not going to be like this for every single person. I mean, the tarot is only a snapshot of the current energy at the time when you're watching it, and it can change tomorrow. You know, it doesn't. That's why I don't really like the idea of prediction. So this isn't a prediction. This is just a possibility. But what I'm saying here is, there is going to be movement in the future, but there is also a lot of deception and a lot of strategizing, and it's going to take a lot of understanding from both sides, because I'd say this person here will probably try to just comb it over and maybe just start a light conversation and kind of try and bring things on that way and kind of hope everything's just forgotten. Let's just move on. And the other person probably would like to do that too, but they need some kind of acknowledgement. You know, they feel that this is deception. And it's almost like if this person could just explain that to them, they'd probably be happy. If this person could just say, like, I don't want to go over all that stuff. I know I did wrong. I know I made mistakes. I know it hurt you. And I'm so sorry about everything. But I just don't want to talk about it anymore. Then this person might be able to kind of release that and let that go and move forward. But this person is choosing to say nothing. And it's just, the tension is building. And it's led to probably for a lot of you, it's probably led to completely no contact. Or very light contact, because these two energies together would just frustrate each other. Like, this person isn't going to be able to deal with this person. I just know, because I find I can resonate very deeply with this energy for a lot of things, and it's that feeling of, yeah, but you don't get it, and you're not even trying to get it. And if this person could just say, look, I don't get it, I am trying to get it, then that's enough. But it's the fact that they're dismissing you. They dismiss what you're saying. And then they just want to continue on. And you feel like you're in this uphill battle trying to explain to this person all the time. And they're like, it gets more and more dismissive, because they withdraw more and more and more the more you try. And it's such a confusing energy. It's easy whenever you're kind of looking at it in this way, but when you're actually in it, it's not so much. So let's have a look. So, I've checked on you. I'll be back. Talk to me from your soul. And I watch over you. I recognize myself in you. And these are mutual cards. And it's really interesting because I would say this kind of energy would really frustrate this person, because they're kind of like, well, what's the point in checking on me? Why don't you just tell me what's going on? Or, you know, I'll be back when, you know, talk to me from your soul. I don't want to talk to you from your soul. I want to talk to you in real life. You know, I watch over you. Why? That's really creepy. I recognize myself in you. To me, that, you know, that's just what I'm feeling here. And it's very, you know, this person thinks they're coming from a place of love. They think they've, you know, kept all their emotions in, and they've thought everything through. They're being very careful what they say. They really believe that they're handling this in the right way, and then maybe step back so they think that's for the best or something. And they've not answered any of the questions that this person has. This person has questions. This person has the stamina. They want to go and go and go. They do want a fresh start, but they can't have the fresh start until this pattern has been, completed properly. And it's like this kind of like, so we're just not going to mention any of that stuff then. I'm sorry for laughing, but it's just, I feel like I need to knock these two heads together, really. It's like, let's fulfill each other's fantasies, yeah. So there's so much of this going on in the heads, and I suspect that for some this is maybe a connection there's been no contact for years and years and years, and they're still very much present in each other's minds and hearts, and probably might never be any contact again, because it would take both people to step forward and be completely honest about their feelings, and the other person to actually stay with it, listen, hear them out, and give their feelings, and the other person be able to listen to them. And I can see in this energy that would be very tricky, because I can just see it. This person would come forward and share these feelings. This person would get defensive and either lash back with theirs in a non-truthful way, just like more of a knee-jerk reaction, or they'll retreat even further. And if this person says anything, it's not going to be enough for this person, because they've spent years, you know, with this terrible pain, and this person, they already feel it. This person doesn't get it. So if this person is defensive and blasé, then this is just going to trigger this person. So it's very, very tricky. I wasn't expecting that kind of a reading for today, to be honest. I was thinking this was going to be like a nice romantic love reading, but that's all I have for you today, pile 1. I hope it resonated. We'll come back to this card again. Accept the seasons of your heart. I think that's very appropriate, because this is just a season. Like I said, tarot is a snapshot moment. It can always be changed. It can always move and grow depending on what's happening in your life. And I feel like that's very relevant for now, because even just after listening to this, you could sit down and work out exactly how you feel, and work out your part in this, and who am I in this, and is the other person coming across defensive, and does that really mean that they don't care? Because this person cares. This person cares deeply. They just don't know how to meet. And the same, this person might not think this person, because they might think they're just fiery, tempered, and don't have the stamina. They think this person probably doesn't think this person has much stamina or staying power, and they're just like off, abandoning them. just like, oh, I've had enough of you, I'm away. And this person's even more defensive. So what I'm trying to say is, it's like the both people feel like same, but they just have such different ways of sharing it. And the seasons will change. Oh, that's what I was saying. The seasons will change because self-awareness is the key here. You know, if you know which one you are and how you're triggered and how you're triggering the other person, and once you're in a state of acknowledgement and healing, and you're then ready to handle the other person, it could just make that meeting a lot more smooth, really. Because if while in these energies, these two people came together, it's just not going to get anywhere. Just not going to get anywhere. But if even one of the people reflected and thought about it and had the words to explain it to the other person, it would really help. If you're this person, I would say you would need to sit down and think about how you truly feel, how you could possibly express those feelings, the truth, and how you could maybe set your sword down, you know, maybe move into more of an Empress kind of energy, or even the Queen of Wands, you know, even just a bit more, just loosen a little bit, you know, just allow those barriers down just a little bit. You know, look at the person, look at the other person, and if you've hurt them, or if you know they've been in pain, even if it wasn't you that caused it, you know, meet them there and say, you know, look, I know you've been hurt, and you know, I'm not able to deal with other people's pain, or whatever the truth is, and I do want to move into smoother times, and I do want to be able to talk to you, but I just can't at the minute. I feel stuck in this, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to work on this and actually do. Because this person needs someone to do what they say they're going to do, and, you know, not come in and out and mess them around. They need to know how deeply you care. They need the reassurance. And I think the jealousy, it says that I am a very jealous person, but in the context of this, I feel like that's more of a, I don't understand why I'm not important enough for you to want to fix this. Like, why are you just going off doing your thing, as happy as Larry, you know, while I'm a broken mess? Not knowing that this person's also a broken mess. It's like, it's so sad. But anyway, thank you so much for your time and energy. So if you picked pile 2 and the orange candle, this is your reading. No sunrise finds us where sunset left us. As I said in pile 1, my kind of intention is that this would be in a strange romantic relationship, but pile 1's come up that I don't believe it was really romantic, so it could be for any relationship where there's kind of an estrangement, or sort of maybe there's been a falling out, or somehow like distant, or you know, emotionally distant, or something like that. But this would probably be in general like a no contact kind of situation, I would imagine. But we see. So person A and person B, I'm saying it that way because so many people come back and say that it's the other way round. Often it can be the other way round than the way I'm reading it, and so I'm just going to do A and B, and then whichever one you resonate with, you do. So person A, I feel, has come through a lot. They've come through, but their chains have been broken, and they see things from a different point of view. You know, they've learned that, you know, they have their cup of love. They want to share their cup of love. But if no one wants to take their cup of love, they're perfectly happy to just sit there with their cup of love. I mean, there's no, you know, there's no real, you know, there's so much self-value and self-worth here. There's still a lot that's going on below the surface, and they still might feel like a bit shut out and a bit like they're not really getting anywhere. And I feel like in this particular connection, you know, there's a block. There's a block to healing, and there is a sadness with that. But at the same time, the journey here has made this person value themselves a lot more. They've kind of realized that, you know, you shouldn't be defined by how someone else acts and feels towards you. You have to kind of center yourself and be the source of your own love, and, you know, make decisions about who you should and shouldn't share that with. And it's kind of almost like this person has withdrawn their cup of love back again, and they're kind of like, do you know what, if that person doesn't want my love, fine, I'll keep it. But then there's some kind of disharmony with that, because they do really want to sort things. Like it's not over. It's not finished. It's not, you know, there's still a sadness, and there's still a lot of passion and emotion that is just kind of below the surface now, or buried deep. And you know, this kind of has to be sorted out. Whether it's not sorted out with this person or not is another issue. It could well be, you know, how you can just end up having a relationship with someone else and working certain things out when you connect with someone else and they have a different way of explaining things or whatever. But we'll come back to that. So that's person A, if that resonates with you. If you've sort of been, I mean, I'd say this is somebody who's really been through it in this connection or in relationships in general. And it's taken a lot to get to this point, and there's still a way to go with it. But they're there. They see their self-worth. They're not pining as much as they were, and obsessing about it as much as they were. You know, they're ready to move forward, but they're just maybe not sure exactly what that means. Does that mean cut off? Does that mean try to sort it out? Like, what is it that's going to heal this? If anything, do we have to just allow this time to heal? Person B, I would say there's a real impatience here. This is somebody who's tore right in and been met with tumbleweeds, or at least the feeling they have, and then just maybe got distracted and it's kind of just focusing on other things almost while they're waiting. But I feel like there is sadness, and there is a feeling of connection, of long-term connection, and there is a desire to work things out, and there is genuine love there. But this person feels that they've already done all they can do, and all they can do is step back and kind of wait. So it's very strange that both are in the similar situation. you know, they both feel like they've done all they can do right now, and they're kind of stepping back. So this could be a situation where there's no real contact or no real connection, but hasn't, you know, it's not because there's a current fallout as such. It's just both people feel like that's just how it's went. It's just how it's gone. It's almost like it's not even been a conscious decision. So it might have been a conscious decision from there. There's a good chance this person here has either verbally said to this person, I need you to leave. Repressing the desire to connect. And this person is going, well, you told me to leave, so I'll leave. And so they're distracting themselves with other things. And although there's a sadness there, there is still a fondness and still a, you know, a desire to work things out, but also just keep on going, working on whatever's coming up, focusing on work, focusing on anything at all, distracting themselves, and just knowing that it is what it is kind of energy. I don't know. I'm not finding the right words here. Yeah. So let's see. Let's get some messages. Now these are really designed for romantic couples, so please take it as it resonates and kind of see through some of the words if it's a different kind of relationship. No way, a couple of those came out for pile 1 as well. Okay. And that one fell out. That's really interesting. So, like, this person is sorry. And this person has the love. And this person feels this deep connection. But I feel like they just don't really know what to do for the best. They just don't know what to do for the best. So they're kind of just, you know, getting on with their life and just taking it day by day. I feel like they have rushed in the past and they think they probably shouldn't have, and so they're reluctant to rush in again. So they're kind of just holding back. And I feel like this person has maybe come through something really unbalancing and really struggled in the past, and things maybe hit a good point, but there's this real reluctance or something. There's something going on with this person that's just making them not being able to trust this person. This person can't trust this person, but they do want to. But they just can't. Let's see. What would they say? So the whole idea is what would they say? So what would person A? So one of them's going to be you. So you'll know if this resonates with what you would say, what your soul would say. You know, if only take it if it resonates. I love you. Don't give up on me, please. What else would person A say? My love is unconditional. I promise to fix this. What would person B say? Do you trust me? Do you love me? That's interesting. I will make it right. I recognize myself within you. That is so interesting. So it's like this person is standing by, wondering what to do. They have the love. They have the desire to work things out. It's all very practical. There's not a lot of emotion. So I'm not sure if they really truly understand this person, or if they really there's something here where they're just not able to fully either communicate deeply or feel deeply. You know, because the cup of love is a very kind of immature, it's beautiful, but it's a very immature love. It's the very start of the cups. And we have the 5 of cups, which is a very sad, sort of something missing energy. But like there's a reluctance to turn around and find the healing, which this person really needs or desires. And it's interesting. I love you. Do you love me? My love is unconditional. Don't give up on me. Do you trust me? And no, this person doesn't trust them, but they do love them. It's like this isn't a question of whether this person loves this person or not. This is, you know, or vice versa. It's not about love. There's no, love isn't the issue. It's more of this person hasn't been able to show this person this safe environment, that safe environment of unconditional love that they have. I feel like they almost have 2 different ideas of what unconditional love is. All I can think of, if I remember, I'll put it as a song, but it's that Matchbox 20 song. I feel like you're already leaving, feel like your hand is on the door. But weirdly, it's this person that feels that. So basically this person has told this person to go away and leave them alone because they haven't been able to figure them out. So this person has said, whether they've said it verbally or with their actions or whatever has happened, they've just said, you know what it is, go away. And this person's gone away then. So this person stood back and went, okay, I rushed in and that didn't go so well, so I've rushed back out again. But they're just hanging out on the edge, kind of just getting along with their life. And although the sadness is there and they would like to make it right, they're more thinking of, oh, well, this person doesn't want me anymore, so. And then this person is kind of like, don't give up on me. They didn't really want this person to leave. They wanted this person to show up the way they deserved. And there's no kind of grey area. It's like, well, you weren't able to show up here, so you have to leave, because there's no, you know, that feeling is terrifying for them. That feeling of your hand is on the door. I'm trying to put it into words. So the feeling that this person has is like, I can't settle if someone's standing there. It's like trying to have a conversation with somebody whose hand is on the door and they're not sitting with you, talking to you and saying, right, I've got half an hour here. They're literally standing there with their hand in the door, giving you a few minutes, and keeping on saying, you know the kind of people, they keep on saying, oh, I have to go, and then they still stay for like hours and still have loads of conversations, but their hand is always on, their hands are in the door, and they keep on saying they have to go, oh, I have to go, you know, and it's kind of like perceived as a rushed visit, regardless of how long they stay, because they keep on saying they have to go, and that's a very uneasy energy for anything deeper, emotional or healing. And this person probably has no idea that they're being like that, because they want to meet, you know, they want to be there, you know, they want to fix it, they want to make it right, and they feel sad that it's gone wrong, but at the same time they don't really understand that that's what they're doing. They're like, their hand's always on the door, they always have to go, they never actually sit down in the lounge. I'm talking about a pretend emotional lounge, but if you think of it like as two people who need to sit down together and talk, it's like this person is just busy. They're busy on other things and they're focused on whatever, and they will come in and talk, but their hand's on the door. This person feels like their hand's on the door. They're not sitting down and saying, okay, I'm going to give you my undivided attention for 1 hour or whatever it is. They're just not feeling that at all. It's like little breaths here and little breaths there, and any kind of depth is very quickly undone, because they'd say one thing and then maybe there's nothing else for ages. It's like very confusing for this person. And they want to remain in this Empress energy, this nurturing, motherly energy, and they want that to be mutual. But it's not mutual, because this person doesn't do that. This person isn't present. No way. You're so worthy of love. I just hold you back, and it's true. That is what's happening in whatever this block is. It's like whichever person you are, this person needs to create that lounge space and show up and be there and prove it. It's like, no, I do want to sort this out. And sit down and give a time that they're going to be there no matter what, and allow that nurturing connection, and allow that to come through, because this person needs safety, needs to know where they stand, needs stability and consistency and all the things that maybe they haven't had in the past. And they've kind of learned that if this person isn't able to meet them there, it can go very badly wrong, because it's gone wrong before. And this person's sort of stepping back thinking, oh, well, they told me to go away, so I'm going to go away. Oh, but I have spoke to you. Oh, but I have done what you asked me. You know, this person probably just doesn't have an awareness of what's happening. You know, they think that feeling love is enough. This person probably is sitting away from this person in their own lounge, feeling the love for this person, but not showing them, or not creating that space for them. I don't know if that makes any sense, because I know I'm waffling. I can see it in my head. I'm just... I love your sense of humour. These are for both. These are connecting energies. All I ever wanted and needed is you. How do I get you alone? Yep. See, I think this is a situation where if these two people could have some time to sit down alone, like really quality time, like I said, in that sort of lounge where no one's got any hands on any doors, and they're there for a certain amount of time, and they're giving each other that time and that dedication to complete a full conversation and really talk this out once and for all and really express it. I feel like even if they weren't able to resolve and heal, and you know, it would just be the next level of working something out. You're the only one who understands me at such a deep level. Yeah. It's such a contradiction, because it's like there is understanding there at a level. Do you know what I think? I think, just from looking at this is someone who maybe understands this person in other aspects of their life. So they maybe understand in a very practical way. But the problem is they don't understand about each other, this relationship and this connection, and what that triggers in each of them. And this person feels that discord and that just topsy-turviness of it all, and they feel terrified by that feeling, and this person isn't able to hold that with them, meet them there. They're not able to say, well, you know, let's talk about that. Like, why do you feel this way? You know, where's that coming from? I feel this way, you know, whatever it is. This person's kind of going into a more of a defensive, there's no defense, it's not defensive, just more practical. Just like, okay, well, this isn't working then, so I'll just carry on and do my things. They do care. There is a lot of love, but they're just coping by not engaging, really. I think they've told themselves the story that they've tried. They've went in, they've expressed, they've done their thing, and it wasn't like, what more do you want, kind of thing. It's a bit like the hand in the door. It's like, I came, I spoke to you, and this person just feels so unsatisfied because they didn't actually come in and sit down and properly talk. But this person thinks they did. Do you know that kind of? So we meet again, my dear friend, through space and across time. Yep. So I feel like this is a relationship that's going on in heads and hearts and not really in person. And this person kind of doesn't want that to be the case. They want it to be more real, more practical, and more have substance. They're not really interested in living out fantasy kind of relationships. As you know, it's like, right, well, if you're not gonna be here on a practical level, then what's the point? That means you don't care, whatever. And then this person's kind of like happy enough to just, but like pile one, they're happy enough to just carry on and kind of almost trust that if it's supposed to come together, it will, rather than actually take action. So, that's all I have for you, pal 2. So thank you so much for your time and energy, and I will talk to you soon. So if you picked pile 3, the yellow candle, tell it not in words, talking. Okay. This is person A and this is person B. You'll know which one resonates with you, if any. I feel like this is a lot calmer than pile 1 and pile 2. It's more of a healed kind of energy, more balanced, maybe on a bit of a break from someone, or you've maybe both have made a decision to sort of retreat in the sort of recent past. But it's, you know, I don't feel like it's because there's been any major conflict as such. You know, there's a lot of love, but there's just been a lot of imbalance as well, especially with person A. But I think person A has maybe had a bit of a rough time of it. But they're working things out now, and things are coming ahead in the future, but they just need to figure things out, and they maybe need support. They need to look at things, and they need to bring things into balance, and they need support, just support. And person B has kind of maybe reached the point of surrender and kind of went, well, there's nothing much I can do here, so I'm just going to focus on myself. And I'd say there's probably a real focus on career here, maybe balancing work life and personal life more. I feel like there's maybe been an issue with that, like trying to balance personal life and work life somehow, or different commitments maybe, if that doesn't resonate. But it's like person B is sort of at the stage, not this uncomfortable stage, where they want to make a move into something else. And because the focus of this reading is what would they say to you, I feel like I've waited long enough, I've thought about this long enough, I've battled with this, I've thought about it. I know you haven't maybe heard from me much because I've been kind of just, you know, working on it, but I've got this real drive now to just rush right in and sort things out, but in a very controlled, charismatic way. And I'm, as much as I want to just rush in, I'm not going to, because I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold back and wait and think about this, and I have enough self-control and self-command to not to do that. So I feel like this person would like to rush forward and sort things out, but they're purposely waiting. They're not waiting because they're frightened, like maybe in pile 1 and 2. They're more waiting because they just know that the other person needs to get to this point as well, where they want to collaborate and work on things, and maybe now is not the right time. You know, I feel like this is like a respectful energy of this person's need for rest, and this person's need to look at things, and this person's need to just find some kind of balance, and this person's kind of respectfully standing back and allowing them to do that. Okay, so I feel like the plot kind of thickens with person B, and they maybe have been playing games and hiding things, but not, I really genuinely don't feel it's in a nasty way. I think it's just, that's how they usually get what they want. They usually manipulate situations and kind of be very careful with their words and kind of leave things out, and, you know, expect you to just do what they say without too much questioning. And it's like my way or the highway sometimes, and met with an energy of very much my way or the highway, even more so. But it's just very interesting. It's like it is like counterpart energy again. Interestingly, even though my intention was like romantic love, I'm not I'm seeing this more of a like a platonic or possibly family member kind of relationship. I'm seeing it more of a trying to understand each other. I feel like this person A, is really triggered by the game playing and the leaving things out. There's something here that's quite cloak and daggers, and it's really triggering this person, because then they're like, well, how can I trust this person if they are going to hide things from me and they're going to play games with me, and things they're saying like don't fully add up. They're telling me one thing, but is it even true? And they're sort of doubting the whole show because they obsess over details. This person is an overthinker, and they obsess over details, and they're like, but this, why did you say that? And then when they confront this person's maybe like fobbing them off, or that at least this person feels fobbed off. So they're not getting their questions answered. And therefore they're retreating into their own space, and they're kind of like, well, you know what? If you can't tell me the truth, then I need to move on. And they're working it all out in their head. Can I trust this person? Can I not? And this person is just waiting to see what happens. So let's see what they say to you. Oh, just dropped the whole deck. It's heartbreaking. We can't have more than we do now. I'm afraid if you touch me, you will destroy me. It's like we're star-crossed lovers. Will we ever make it work? I find you in music. What would person B say? I was not looking for something like this. You are my destiny. Your beauty and grace captivates me. I love your sense of humour. That actually came up in one of the other piles too. Okay, so I think those cards really speak for themselves, but my interpretation is person A is in that push-pull kind of dynamic. They want to connect with this person, but they also don't. They're afraid to. There's something about this person that makes this person find it hard to trust them. And they want to trust them, but they just can't. Tell me it not in words. So I'm feeling that this person is waiting for action from this person. Action. And this person is just waiting and not taking any action. And the more this person waits and doesn't take any action, the more this person's like, see, they're not taking any action, so I was right. I can't trust them. They're kind of in the push-pull dynamic, because maybe they'll hear a song and think, oh, you know, maybe I'm being harsh, maybe I'm being really too harsh on this person or whatever it is. But they know that if they go any further, they have to have the trust. They can't go any further because I'm afraid if you touch me, you will destroy me. That's my card for that. It's the truth. They probably will. If you don't have the trust and you're already in that fight or flight or freeze mode within this connection, then how can you really settle into it in a deeper level if this person doesn't create that space with you and for you to be able to trust them? And then if they do, if the more this person trusts and the more this person breaks their trust, the more it will destroy them. Because it's like, again, seriously, again, I trusted this person and they're just the exact same as all the rest. Whereas this person is like, look, this just came in. This has probably shocked them. They probably didn't expect any of this. They weren't looking for this, but they just feel so connected to this person. They're just captivated by them, and they just admire this person, but they just don't understand maybe the trauma of this person and what holding space entails. Maybe be more selfish. If I follow you, I could lose everything. See, it's the same kind of thing. Seek professional advice. No way. Okay, yeah. It's mad when the cards come out the exact same, you know, with the exact same meaning. I need more balance. You're so very special. So, I just always think of the creep in that song when I see that card. I just think that this person here is just almost will adore this person and meet them at a certain level, and this person needs so much more than that, and they would like this person to fulfill that role, but this person isn't able to do it. That's not to say they won't ever be able to do it. You know, I'm not, you know, Tyra's a snapshot moment, but at this moment in time, this person isn't able to meet this person. They need to go somewhere else. Like, to me, this seek professional advice in this Three of Pentacles is like, you need to go somewhere else and talk this out and figure it out and work out your feelings and your triggers. And you're right. If I follow you, I could lose everything. You know, sometimes that's insecurity, but I don't feel that it is insecurity for this particular reading. I feel like, yeah, this person could destroy everything, because if you go into a connection, and you need to be held and supported, and this person isn't able to do that, and brings you into a repeated cycle of being re-traumatized and abandoned, and this person's going to trigger this person's abandonment flat out, because this person doesn't understand that they are abandoning. Like, this person they don't understand. They're just not at that. So sorry if it's you, because obviously you could be either. If this is you, it's a question of thinking, you know, what does this person expect from me? Like, what do they need from me? And am I able to do that? And if I'm not, can I say it very clearly? I cannot do that. This is what I can do. But I can't do that. And don't promise things that you're not going to be able to do. Because I feel like this person's more like, they just want to sit there and watch this person. But what use is that to that person? You know, being thought of and being in someone's thoughts and being sent love and, you know, someone just kind of admiring you from the sidelines it's really going to do nothing for this person. You know, this person either need someone to come in and hold the space, create the safety, or they're better off on their own. They're actually better off and more strong and secure in their own power and in their own energy, rather than someone coming in and kind of being flaky. And it's like they need solid support or none. Because if they're going to pour their trust into another connection or another person, that they literally can't deal with another connection letting them down. It's like they've had enough. They've had enough of being let down. This person has had enough of being let down. This person has probably had a lifetime of being let down. They still have plenty of love, and they're still probably able to support others and hold space for others and be there for others, show up if they can, you know, probably be quite honest if they can't. And someone coming in saying all the right things and appearing to be all the right things, and then when you get to the surface they're not. They're really not. They're not there at all. Is a very painful energy for this person to experience. I feel like these are both beautiful energies and really kind, doing their best. I mean, there's no malice here. This is not someone who's aware. Like this person just thinks, well, I love and admire this person. They don't understand that this person needs more than that or nothing. All I can think of is that, I can't remember who sings it, is it Westlife? You know, that I want it all or nothing at all. It's that. This person is perfectly capable of holding space for themselves and focused and driven and able to work things out. It's the weakness with them is trusting others, because if they trust the wrong person, it really does destroy them. I'd say relationships would destroy this person if they give kind of over their power to the wrong person, and that's happened. I'd say that's happened a lot, actually. And I don't think this person really understands to the level this person thinks they understand. So what would they say? I'd say this person would say, their soul would say, I think the world of you. You have a very special place in my heart. But I can't give you anything at this time. I'm literally just this person who's standing here loving you. That's it. And if that's not enough, there's nothing I can really do about that. You know, I'm just gonna wait here then. You know, it's very sad energy, but I just don't feel like this person gets it. It's like they have the love, but they just don't have the action to back it up. And that would work perfectly for something like a long distance relationship, but it's like when it gets to that sort of point where it has to be, in reality, it's just not going to be. And then this person here would say, I need more from you. That's not enough for me. I need someone who's going to create space and create space for me and show me with actions that I can trust them. You know, do what you say you're going to do. Stick to your word, you know, all those kind of things. It is really sad. It's really sad energy too, because, you know, they're both so beautiful energies, but it's just, there's just big lack of compatibility at this moment. I will find my way back to you. I don't understand this connection. These are mutual cards, by the way. I need to protect myself. I feel safe with you. I think that's maybe what it is, actually. I think person A has felt safe with person B at points, and they're kind of addicted to that feeling, and they want that feeling back. They maybe had a moment. These two maybe had a moment where this person made this person feel safe. And now this person isn't able, isn't able to keep that in a consistent, it's not consistent, which is then fueling the addiction. Because if something's inconsistent, you're kind of addicted almost to those, whatever it is you're looking for, those moments. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's run its course and it's in a more healthy place now, but it's only healthy because there's that separation. And I think that it's a healthy thing to stay back, actually, and for this person to work on it. Because I'm not sure if this person has the capacity to change. I don't think this is anything that they have any control over. So it has to come to a point where this person has to accept this person the way they are, and it has to choose whether, what level of contact and different things can they manage. So that's all I have for you, pile 3. If it resonated, let me know in the comments if you want. If not, you can always try a different pile or a different video. And thank you so much for your time and energy. If you picked pile number 4, the purple candle, and rest in reason and move in passion. Okay. Okay. So the way I've been doing it with the other pile, the way it's just kind of worked out is I'm just doing person A and person B, and then you can choose which one resonates with you and which one the person you're thinking of. So I'm seeing person A has probably come through the mill, and they've probably realised they have a lot of experience and just tools really to get through. They've started at the bottom and worked their way up. They've been tried and tested, and now they look at things in a completely different way than they used to. And there's so much healing that has come from probably rubbish situations, but there's still a way to go. There's still a way to go. It's like, it's a lovely energy to be in. But although there's healing and a need to connect, there's still a lot of different things that need to be learned and understood. As for person B, I'm not really seeing that healing. I'm seeing someone who comes in and out, very defensive, might say things in the heat of the moment, or might just feel them and build up the resentment. I'm not sure. I feel like there's a bit of a resistance to the transformation. And their kind of way of dealing with stuff is to just withdraw. It's like they've came all in with their passion and they've tried to move things forward, and then something's happened. They've either felt rejected or felt they weren't good enough, or but basically they've sulked off. And I'm not trying to say that lightly. If you are person B, I'm not trying to say that you're just sulking over nothing. I'd say this is something huge, but they've just completely withdrawn. And at the end of the day, you know, it's actually very, very clear in this one. It's like maybe this person A was the one with the issues at the start, and they've come through it and they've found healing, and now they're ready to connect. This person sulked off. I mean, hope this doesn't offend anyone, but I feel like almost like with their tail between their legs, like they've been really put out somehow. There's a big ego death here. A real dent in the ego, real something's happened to make this person go, well fine then, I'm away. Just sitting sulking somewhere. Yep. There's a lot of waiting and a lot of caution and defensiveness. I think this person does want to connect. Person A wants to connect. But person B does too, but they're not going to. Yeah, person B wants to connect, and they want stability, and they want, you know, it all to work out perfectly, but they're just not there. You know, they're repressing their emotion. They're just focusing, you know, they're just, I can't get the right words, so maybe they'll come as I go on here, but they're just not feeling it. Or that's not even right, because they are feeling it, they're just not sharing those feelings or willing to look at those feelings or even acknowledge those feelings to themselves. Am I good enough for you? I am electrified by you. Don't think I don't care about you, because I really do. Give me more time. I am not good enough yet. Okay. I worship your perfection. I will do anything to bring you happiness. You are my everything. I am so lost in the ocean that is it. That is you. Okay. You're like my long lost best friend. I can't face you right now. The intensity between us scares me. The kindness in your heart is so beautiful. I still have so much to accomplish before I can be what you deserve. Okay. How do I get you alone? I desire you deeply and eternally. I saw myself in you the second I laid eyes on you. And you are my star who outshines all others. Okay. So that's really interesting, isn't it? So this person has the desire and the feelings, but they've met with some kind of rejection here or something. And it's just knocked them into a state of retreating, probably physically, but emotionally just feeling sad. They're just feeling sad. They don't know what to do with all these feelings. And they do want stability and a happy ever after. But I think they're probably in a state of just not being able to even see how that would be possible at the moment, or if it would even be possible. And then person A, there's either an unworthiness, a feeling of unworthiness, or an acknowledgement that they're just not able to cope with this connection at the minute. You know, it says, I still have so much to accomplish before I can be what you deserve. I feel like that card's saying, I just have so much stuff going on and my own healing that I can't carry you through this. You know, this person is so busy trying to sort themselves out and find their own healing, and they do want connection, but they want connection with someone who's in a healthy place, who can meet them where they're at, not someone who they've got to almost counsel and explain all the time things to, which is where this person's at the minute. You know, they can't go backwards. This person can't go backwards to try and support this person. And it's like this person originally came in like this knight in shining armor and then wasn't able to step up to the plate, and this person can't teach them to do that. So it's like this person has to just focus on themselves until this person is ready. And I do feel like, from looking at these two energies, if this person got their act together and sorted themselves out and got themselves into a nice balance and came forward to this person gently, then this person could meet them there. But this person isn't able to. This healing is there, but it's like you're going to have to come and get it kind of energy, which is healthy. And the intensity, you know, this is very intense energy. If someone rushes in and they tick all the boxes and they seem perfect, and then, you know, you realise they're really not at all, and they kind of sulk, it's really difficult, because then you know, your choice is, you know, getting into that, you end up having to become the knight in shining armor then, to go in and kind of smooth things over and say, oh, I'm sorry, you know, and this person's just not able to do that. They just don't have the extra energy to do that. So it's like they see this person's kindness, they have a lot of love for this person, they want things to work out, they care deeply about this person, there's a mutual caring, but they're just on different pages right now. If you're person B, it's about having compassion for yourself and really acknowledging your feelings, whatever they are. And if you want to connect with this person, it's just explaining exactly how you feel is the only way out of this. Is saying, look, I'm having a sulk, I just need time to work through this, and, you know, I'm licking my wounds over here, and I know maybe I have no right to do that, but that's just how I feel, and it's got nothing to do with you. I'm just sorting my own stuff out. And this person would probably need to be the same and say, if they haven't already, I'd say this person might have already verbalized, look, I don't have any extra space to hold someone else at the minute. You know, if you're not able to do your own healing and do your own work and process through your own stuff, then you're going to have to step back, because I don't have enough left to carry you through this. So that's what I'm picking up. Let's see. These cards. Rejection is protection. And create your own story. Yeah. So in this state of of just kind of waiting and kind of sitting on your feelings or kind of just suppressing your feelings. It's kind of remembering that you have to create your own story. If you want this person, you have to go get them. You have to step up to the plate, be who they need, be who you know you can be, and be it. And this person is like, I feel like they feel rejected by this person because they're not stepping up, but it's kind of going, you know what, they're just not able to meet you there. So you have to respect that and kind of just focus on yourself and your own healing, what you're doing, and, you know, kind of just let them go there really until weaving the web of life. And blossoming into abundance. Okay. So I feel like this person B, the message would be find empowerment, decide what it is you want, work out what you need to do to get that, and, you know, find that balance and that strategy and that way forward to balance. And this person is about going, it's all inner stuff here. Person A, focusing on themselves, focusing on healing themselves, focusing on what this brought up for them. And I feel like this person's nearly at a point of being able to say, I do care deeply for you if approached, but they're not going to reach out. Truth be told, yeah, this person just wants the truth. This person doesn't know what's going on with this person. So, I hope that resonated. I'm just going to pick, actually, a few of these wee cards. These are nice. I love your mind. Yep. I've looked up twin flames. You must be my soulmate. I am sorry I lied to you. I am fascinated by your divinity. And I watch over you. Okay, so that's interesting. So this person, if this person's kind of, when I say I've looked up twin flames, I feel like they've realised that they've noticed that sometimes you have to be in separation to heal. Because that's what I would take out of the whole idea of twin flames. I'm personally not into twin flames, but or that label. But I love your mind, you must be my soulmate, and I've looked up twin flames, means that person A really feels this deep connection. Intensity between us scares me. And I feel like they've realised the deep lessons and healing that's come from the relationship, and realised that doesn't mean they have to stay together forever, and knowing that sometimes you have to release these intense relationships because it takes two. And that is the point where I feel like the person A is at. They're like, I do want to continue this, but if you can't come and meet me at it, then what's the point? Because I'm not going to be dragging my heels. I can't do that. And this person, you know, is fascinated by this person, has all the feelings and the emotions and maybe even the desire, but they just don't know what to do with it. They just don't know how to step up, and they don't know how, or if they have the commitment, whatever it is, to step up to this person. So it's like this person doesn't feel good enough for this person, but I mean, I hate to say it, but this person isn't at this stage anyway good enough for this person. And I don't mean that in any kind of unworthiness way. I mean, it's all in their control. I mean, it's their choosing to hold back. You know, they're choosing to stay back, and they're choosing not to come in with any kind of action or any kind of balance. They're choosing to withhold. This person's made the conscious choice to withhold, and they kind of want their cake and eat it too. But I don't mean in a romantic kind of way. I mean more in they're withholding because they're used with this person coming to them, and they're not gonna, they've rushed in the past, but it's very short-lived. It's like a rush in with this passion, this desire, this declaration, whatever it is, and then they rush straight back out again. And this person has kind of been on the journey of it all and kind of realized that it's they don't want to continue on that pattern, and they've reached a place of healing, and they're like, you know what, if you want me, you're gonna have to step up, because I'm not stepping down. And that's it. Truth be told. Truth be told. Let's see, what did it say in your card again? Rest in reason and move in passion. Yep. So it's like, fine to take a rest and work things out, but then you need to take the action. You need to take action and actually change how it is, not just sit there waiting for someone else to change it. It's like, if you want something, you have to take the steps to get it, and you have to it has to be sincere, truthful, open steps, because I'm sorry I lied to you, but yet still the truth that still hasn't been told. You know, and that alone sort of spells out the energy of what I'm saying. It's like, you're over here being sorry for lying, but still not coming forward with the truth. I'm over here with all this passion, my ego's being dented, feeling rejected, feeling whatever, but I'm not doing anything about it. I want this stability, but I'm just going to sit here under this tree. It's like, if you are person B, I'm really sorry. I think most people who be watching will be person A, but person B, my advice would be to really acknowledge your own feelings and your own actions, and really work out what it is you want. And if you want something, you have to know that you have to claim it. You have to do the work and claim it. You can't just sit there expecting it's actually being handed to you. This is the thing. But you're not even actually reaching out your hand and taking it. Do you know? It's like, I feel like this person's quite happy to explain and say they're just not willing to, you know that saying, you can only bring a horse to water but you can't make it drink. I feel like that's how person A feels. It's like, what more do you want? I'm not just going to spend my whole life begging for crumbs. If you're not going to be able to step up, then step out. As painful and all as that is, I don't think this person A wants anyone to step anywhere, but it's just how it is. So thank you very much, Pal 4, and I will hopefully see you soon. Thank you.